Let your body settle now. Just let it go, all of it. The weight of your back pressing down into whatever is beneath you. Your shoulders feel how they want to climb up toward your ears. They don't need to do that. Let them drop, as low as they want to go. Your hands, where are they resting? Notice the warmth in them, the small heaviness. And your jaw, you might be holding it tighter than you realize. You don't need to. Your face doesn't need to do anything tonight. Your feet, the weight of the blanket, the warmth spreading slowly outward from the center of you into your legs, your arms, the soles of your feet. Breathe in slowly and out, just through the nose, long and easy. You don't need to force it. The breath knows how to do this without you. And again, in and out. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to track, nothing to remember. Simply let it go. You really can. It will all be there tomorrow. Tonight there is only this. And as you breathe, the room around you begins to soften, like ink spreading slowly through water. The sounds you know grow distant, and something else takes their place. You are in Chang'an. The year is 750. The Emperor Xuanzong sits at the heart of the most powerful empire in the world, and the city beneath you, the greatest city on earth, is breathing. Tonight you will simply lie there, one ordinary day. The stone and the silk and the ink and the incense. You are lying on a low wooden bed frame, a rush mat beneath you, a thin cotton quilt drawn up close. A small room, whitewashed walls, cool and smooth. A paper screen door, and through it not light yet. Just that deep blue that exists only in the hour before the world wakes. You breathe in, and the air carries something. Dry earth and old timber. The faint, cold sweetness of morning before the city has begun to heat. And beneath that, a mineral stillness, the way stone holds the night's cool long after the sun has risen. Chang'an is built on a flat plain. The Zhongnan Mountains rise to the south, their peaks invisible in the dark, but present, a heaviness in that direction, a solidity. You have always felt them there. Your body is heavy in the way that only deep rest makes it heavy. That pleasant, sinking weight, as though the mat has decided to hold you, and you have decided to let it. The drum tower stands at the center of the city. You cannot see it from here, but you know it is there, a great wooden structure rising above the roof lines, the water clock beside it, THE Chinese letter dripping its steady count through the night. The drum keepers are awake. They watch the water rise, mark the intervals, wait. Chang'an is divided into 108 wards, Fang. Squares within squares, bounded by rammed earth walls twice the height of a man. At night the ward gates close, the streets empty. The city folds inward on itself every evening, quiet and orderly. But the curfew is almost done now. You lie still and wait. A cock somewhere beyond the ward wall, a first hesitant call, then silence, then the call again. More certain the second time. There is nothing you need to solve right now. The drum will come when it comes. You breathe in the cool morning air, and out. Then the drum. 300 beats rolling out from the tower at the center of the city. Deep and resonant, carrying across rooftops and ward walls and the wide, empty boulevards, arriving at your window as something felt as much as heard. Boom, boom, boom. The city opens, not all at once. A gate unbarring somewhere, a door hinge, sandals on packed earth. The sound of water being drawn from the well next door, a rope through a wooden ring, a clay jar descending, the quiet splash. You rise. Your feet touch the cool stone floor. You pull on your inner robe, then the outer, plain dark silk, the clothes of a household calligrapher doing ordinary work. Your hands move slowly, familiar, unhurried. For now, you stand in the doorway and breathe the morning in. The courtyard is small. A persimmon tree near the south wall, its branches bare, just gray-brown wood against the pale sky. A stone well in the center, the rope worn dark and smooth. A broom leaning against the eastern wall, bristles down. You draw water. The well rope moves through your hands, the jar settling into the cold dark below, filling, rising. The water is cold enough to make your wrists ache. You carry it to the kitchen, set it on the stone. Breakfast is simple. Congee millet and water, set over the clay stove's low embers already softening. You stir it once. The steam rises warm against your face. A small dish of fermented vegetables. A round of sesame flatbread, cubing sesame seeds pressed into the surface, the smell nutty and warm. You eat standing, looking out through the latticed window at the persimmon tree. A sparrow lands on the well rope, considers the courtyard, leaves. The study is in the east wing. A low table, polished wood, worn at the edges where hands have rested. The ink stone on its mat. A water dropper, small porcelain, shaped like a peach. The brushes in their stand, arranged by size. And the paper, a fresh sheet of mulberry bark paper, smooth and slightly cool to the touch. You grind the ink. A drop of water, and the ink stick moving in slow circles on the wet stone. The same motion every morning. Slow, even unhurried. The ink thins and darkens and thins again until it is exactly right. The smell of fresh ink is particular. A little sharp at first, then something rounder underneath, the pine, the glue, the stone. You breathe it in without thinking. You pick up the brush, load it not too much, not too little, and you begin. Just practice. Characters repeated until the hand knows them without the mind needing to interfere. The brush moves, pressure down, lifting the turn at the corner. The character for mountain, for water, for moon. The ink dries on the mulberry paper, going from wet black to a softer, deeper black. The morning light comes through the lattice screen and lies across the table in pale rectangles, moving slightly as a cloud shifts outside. There is nothing you need to solve right now. The brush moves. The ink dries. That is enough. The West Market opens mid-morning. You walk west along the boulevard, the stones wide, and even the morning sky pale blue above the ward walls on either side. Poplar trees line the road, their leaves gone, just white trunks and reaching branches. The Zishi announces itself before you reach it. A change in the air, spice and smoke and the sweetness of dried fruit. Voices in languages you don't entirely know. Persian, Sogdian, the tonal shifts of traders from the south. Chang'an is the eastern end of the Silk Road, and the West Market is where the road arrives. Stalls packed close, their canopies nearly touching overhead. A Sogdian merchant from Samarkand with bolts of bright wool spread on a cloth. A spice trader. Cinnamon, black pepper from India, saffron in a small glass jar, the color of a flame held still. A tea cellar. Just the steam first, then the smell. Dark and earthy, something underneath it like rain on dry stone. He hands you a small clay cup. The warmth moves from the clay into your palms, into your fingers. You drink slowly. The market moves around you, the calling, the cart wheels on stone, a child running between the stalls. You hold the cup and let it wash over you. A camel somewhere in the livestock pens, its low complaint rising above everything else. Then gone. The afternoon comes on warm. You are back in the courtyard. The sun lies across the stone in a flat, amber rectangle. You find the low step near the east wall in the sun, sheltered from the wind, and sit. You're back against the warm wall, your eyes half closed. The city beyond the ward wall has gone quieter. Many households rest at this hour. Even the boulevard has softened. A cart, distant. The persimmon tree makes no sound at all. A cricket somewhere under the stone step. One long, thin sound, and then silence, and then the same sound again. There is nothing you need to solve right now. The sun is on your face. The stone at your back holds the warmth. Your hands rest open in your lap. You think, without quite meaning to, of a poem. Something about moonlight on the floor looking like frost. Something about looking up and then looking down and thinking of home. The words drift through you without needing to mean anything. Just the shape of them, the sound. The light changes. The sky over the western ward walls turns amber, then the deep orange that belongs to winter evenings here. You stand in the courtyard and watch it. The persimmon tree is silhouetted now, the bare branches precise and dark against that warm glow. Inside, you light the oil lamp. A clay lamp simple with a wick of twisted cotton. The flame takes orange and steady, throwing a warm circle against the whitewashed wall. The room shifts. It becomes smaller, warmer. The worn table surface, the brushes in their stand, the morning's practice characters still drying on the paper. A flute somewhere above the rooftops. Clear and unhurried, a tune you don't recognize, someone playing for no particular reason at all. And then, the evening drum. 300 beats rolling out from the tower. The ward gates will close. The streets will empty. The city folds inward once more, drawing its 108 wards closed like the petals of some great night flower. You are already inside. The lamp is lit. The evening belongs to the quiet now. The ward gate closes. You hear it from here, the heavy timber bar dropping into its brackets. After this, the boulevards belong to the night patrols, and to the stars, and to the sound of 1 million people breathing behind their walls. You extinguish the lamp with a slow breath. The flame bows, then bows again, then goes out. A thin thread of smoke rises in the dark. You lie down on the rush mat. The cotton quilt settles over you, familiar and close. A faint coolness from the courtyard, the cold coming down from the mountains to the south, filling the plain, filling the wards. Through the latticed window above the bed, a sliver of sky, very dark blue, almost black. One star, then more, then many. The same stars the silk merchants from Persia are sleeping under tonight in the caravanserai near the West Market. The same stars the poets write about on evenings exactly like this one. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to remember. It will all be there tomorrow. The city will drum the gates open at dawn. The inkstone will be waiting. The tea will be warm. Tonight there is only the dark and the cool air and the sound of your own breathing. The words from this morning drift back through you. The character for mountain, the character for water, the character for moon. Just the shapes of them moving slowly. The cold off the Zhongnan Mountain settles over everything. Over the persimmon tree, over the ward walls, over the drum tower at the center of the city. Over 1 million sleeping people, and over you. Your breath goes in, slowly. And out. The inkstone sits cool in the dark study. The brushes are still. Somewhere a dog, very far away. Then nothing. Your thoughts loosen. They go thin and quiet like ink in too much water. Spreading, dissolving. The star above the latticed window, still there. And the mountains to the south, always there. Let them hold you now.